There was also a bit of a good news from the Reserve Bank of India, which was already mentioned by Sri Subramanian. Recently, the last week, the Reserve Bank received the Risk Manager of the Year 2024 award from Central Banking London. And over the years, particularly in the recent years, the steps that we have taken to build up internal risk management skills within RBI, to the risk management within RBI, it's a true recognition of that, and the citation clearly recognizes that RBI has now reached a certain high point of all the leading international institutions, particularly the financial institutions and central banks. Now, this is my first public interaction after the monetary policy statement, which I made on 7th of this month. That's about 10 days from now, and so therefore the silent period is over, and I would like to take off from where we left in the monetary policy and try and provide a little bit of further elaboration on the rationale behind the various decisions that we have taken in this latest monetary policy of June. Much was said about the economic growth of India, the GDP growth of India. As you are all aware, last year, 23-24, when we started, the RBI's projection was 6.5% GDP growth for 23-24. The markets and the analysts were pitching a little bit lower, and we were considered as being on the optimistic side. But we continued our journey of optimism because there was enough basis to it, and then we increased it to 7%. The market also revised upwards. The analysts also recognized the trends which were building up, and soon, others also revised their GDP projections upwards. And when we said 7%, it was also perceived as optimistic. Then I think somewhere during the course of the year, earlier, perhaps in January or February, I remember having said in a public forum that we will not be surprised if the GDP growth touches 8%. And indeed, it not only touched 8%, but has exceeded 8%. 8.2 is what has come out. If you look at the average of the last 3 years, the average is 8.3%. The average annual GDP growth over the last 3 years is 8.3%. For the current year also, that is 24-25, we have given a projection of 7.2%, and the earlier projection was 7%. Now, I don't want to get into too much of statistics because, statistics has its own, two sides to statistics.